Hey there, it's Amy Green with Amy and Art Designs. I am so glad you're here. Come on in and say hi. We are going to craft some gnomes today. And Lottie, let me delete that. Okay. And we're going to be doing them some interchangeable gnomes, and I'm super excited to share them with you. And I just realized I did not text anybody. So let's get the text sent out and let's get started crafting. So let me see here. All right, friends. So if you're here for the first time, or if let me know so that wait, hold on. Come join. I know this is very professional. You should probably not do this at home. For some SPR crafting. Okay, let's just call it that. Sorry. So it has been a crazy day here. Hi guys. If you're here regularly, you're not surprised that things are a little crazy, but I'll tell you guys what we actually I'll fill you in on the details in a minute. Let me hit this switch over and we're going to start crafting right away because it is craft around the clock and we have a short period of time and I want to get this finished. We are going to make some gnomes. So come on in now that I got the text sent out. Say hi and we are going to start crafting. So these are the interchangeable gnomes. And several weeks ago, we made the leprechaun gnome hands. And I'll show you how these work. They're a lot of fun. It is like Grand Central Station at my house today. So like here's the hat. It comes off and then his little hands come off. So once you craft the body of the gnome, which is really easy to do, you put them together. You paint him a neutral color. You do his beard, his nose. Then adding these attachments are super simple too. Okay. You just have to craft the attachments. And I was going to share, do the spring ones today, but I thought since we did the boy last time, today we will craft a girl. Usually, often the girl gnome will have these stripes, but today she has some flower cutouts. So I thought we'd craft this cute little watering can with hands, a hat, there's the spacer, there's a little bird, and a couple flowers. All right. So it's kind of my thinking. But I want you guys' feedback. I like this cameo blush. I like the yellow. I like the green, ivory white. And then maybe, so we could do the watering can like in a gray, and then this like in a metallic, and then this in like a color too, right? But I kind of like these three colors, and maybe the bird could be blue. What do you guys think? Anybody have an opinion on colors? I'm thinking the bird would be cute as a blue accent. Do this in metallic, the hat in pink, and the flowers in yellow with a white center. And then maybe a white hat bib. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Anyone have? Yes, Dixie, are you liking that? Dixie's liking it. Anybody else liking it? Y'all know it's craft around the clock, which is, in my world, speed painting. I look at what some of these girls do, and I'm like, how did they do that in 3 minutes? I'm grabbing some sponges. So I just got off a plane from Vegas last night. I was out there for my mastermind. If you don't know what a mastermind is, ladies, it's just a really fun, we need peach. It's a fun way to learn how to grow your business. So I'm in a group where we learn about growing our business and serving you guys better. And I have some fun things we're going to do a little differently around here. And we're going to talk about that. Whoa. Okay, the Facebook Live gods are not on my side today at all. Holy moly. Things are going crazy around here. Okay. Yes, the Facebook Live gods are not on my side, friends. So let's say hi to everybody and then we're going to get going. So, hey, Tammy. Tammy's here. Miss Dixie. Hey, Rhonda from Northeast Mississippi. What's the weather like there, my friend? Deanna, I just emailed you back, girl. Respond. Let me know what you want to do. I'm sorry that I was traveling. So my friend Gail is here. Dixie's excited about spring. This is Ray, guys, Cutting Edge Craft Studio. Love Ray. Sue. Hi, Sue. She's from Living a Heartful Life. Okay, if you're watching here and you haven't said hi yet, please say hi. Those of you that interact and comment and participate, and I see there's a lot of people watching and not a lot of people talking, you guys are going to get your name into a special drawing that I do at the end of the month where I gift things. Please say hi if you want your name, if you want a chance at being in the gifting. If you don't say hi, you don't get to go into the gifting. So I'm going to paint on this. So yeah, say hi so that you get a chance at that, because I give away some fun stuff. So let's start with this pink for the hat, because she's a girl. No, did we say pink for the hat? Yeah, we did. So some of you guys, I just got back from Vegas and I was learning about how to run my business. And so one of the things I'm going to change, well, so right now I'm using a makeup sponge. Okay. And I'm just going to go in and I'm not going to push down there. I'm going across. Okay. Let's talk about why this is important, friends, because these tiny little, let's zoom. See those cute little flowers? Those are scored. Okay. And if I push hard down, I'm going to fill those up with paint. And I'm just turning my camera stand around, so hopefully we don't get into the event again where things just fall. So anyway, that if you do that, then you're going to get paint into those score lines. If you want that look, then like by all means push, but this keeps them really clean, and then you have a nice contrast because you can still see the wood score marks. All right. Now remember this, we're going to put a little hat brim on top of here. I might have initially said a yellow hat and pink flowers, but her hat's pink now, so that's okay. So how this is going to work, and this is super exciting. Let me tell you why. When my business has grown to the point where one of the things I was trying to figure out is how do I get your crafts to you faster, right? I mean, because that is the rub when you're a small business, getting things out as fast as you can. And I have someone who helps me with packing. She's like my right hand. She's amazing. But what I've come up with is what I think is going to help get your orders to you quicker, because, and so we're going to, instead of starting in March, I'm going to give myself a month to get it together, but starting in March, I'm going to we'll have like, okay, if you're watching me right now, I'm just scraping the paint out of these score lines with a piercing, and I think this is called a piercing and scoring tool. I don't know. It's a little pink tool that you can get from the Dollar Treat. My kids call it the Dollar Treat because you get treats there. And it'll just pull the paint right out of those score lines so that you can see them better if you do get paint in them, because I got paint in some of them, but it cleans it up. Okay. And then you have that nice contrast, which is what we're going for. Oh yeah. Look at that. Looking pretty. Looking pretty. Okay. So the thing that you want to do to test is you want to just make sure that you've got everything painted, right? And I do. So I'm going to set that to the side and let it dry. I'm going to get my tape. So instead of, we're just going to release twice a month. And then once it's gone, it's going to be, I'm going to cut up front. And so it will be cut before I release it. And then once it's gone, it's gone. And because what happens now is I have some cut up front, and then like orders come in, and maybe like I've just done a run of one thing, and then somebody orders like one thing, and then I have to go back and cut that one thing. And it really just, I don't have the room in my laser cutting schedule, which is what makes things so slow. So that is the new plan, and I'm super, super excited about it. So we have some first timers. You guys, I'll give more information about that as we move on. I'll put out a calendar every month. I'll put out, so that you know what's going on, and you know when to like, hey, wait, her things are going to come out and I want to make sure that I get them. But I've just got to get my cutting on a better schedule so that I can get your stuff out quickly and serve you much better. So we have some first timers. We have Kathy. Welcome, Kathy. We have Julie, Cindy Peterson, Michelle, S. Welcome, ladies. We're so glad you're here. So I'm going to paint the hat brim white or cream. It's ivory white. I'm just going to cut the end off of this. Yeah, what Dixie's saying is kind of limit what's in there. So it'll alternate between the things that will probably be always up are, or that we're going to try and keep in stock are the gnome attachments and the 12-inch sign attachments, only because I know you guys like to buy all of them, or sometimes you want to buy a set and gift them, and or you want to come in and maybe it's February. Well, while you're there, you also want to get St. Patrick's Day in spring, right? So those will be the only things, the two things that are constant. And then I'm going to, and like the forever frame, things that are like non-seasonal every day, those shall very likely be in there all of the time. I'm just painting this one spot right here, friends, because this watering can will go here. I think that'll be fine. My gnome, what is her body? It's gray, but her hair's behind there too. So I'm just going to paint that white. So yeah, those will be the couple of things that are like always, just so that when you go to get the 12-inch interchangeable sign and you want to work on sign attachments, if you want to get like all of the different attachments or several at once, you can. I had a lot of ladies who bought multiple sets at Christmas and gifted those. So guys, welcome. If you're new here, this is Craft Around the Clock segment. And the link to the Craft Around the Clock group is in the top. So make sure you go there. That is a group of women who just love on y'all, craft with you, share new ideas. Let's move on to, I think let's do the pot. I'm going to paint it metallic. Hi, Cynthia. Susan is new. Yeah. And, but the big thing that's happening this month, guys, I'm doing a crafting week in the week of February 19th. So block your calendar. I'm going to be doing live crafting several nights that week. We're going to be doing some tier tray styling. It's going to be a lot of fun. And all of that will be right on my page, Amy and Art Designs. So drop this in the comments right now. I want you to drop exclamation notify so that you can get notifications when I'm live. Also look for like some information on my page to get like more information about that event. Okay. It's going to be, we're just going to be doing a craft along, or not a craft along because I'm not going to send kits ahead of time, but like a paint week, a tier tray painting week. It's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you drop hashtag notify so that Facebook tells you I'm live. Okay. So these score lines are just guidelines, and you kind of know what's a guideline and what's a what's more of like a decorative line based on if something gets glued on top of it. So since this glues on those are just telling you where to glue the letters. Okay. And that's how you know the difference. So this is a metallic. Metallics can be tricky. A lot of times I find I need to do a couple coats with metallic. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to get my heat gun out in just a second to dry it just a bit, and then I'll put another coat on it. But yeah, drop hashtag notify. Yeah, the metallic on the can. Yes, I love the metallic on the can. Yes, crafting week's going to be fun. Mark your calendar. It'll be the week of the 19th, and more info to come about specific dates and what's going to happen. But yeah, we're going to be doing live crafting. I'm going to share a couple of different techniques. Similar to what we do in the Joyful Crafting Club. One more coat on this. I'm going to let it dry, and then we'll come back and see how we're feeling about it. Okay. Yeah, I love like a pop of metallic. If you're looking for like Deco Arts dazzling metallic paint line, I use these for a Mardi Gras tray, and these are amazing. These are my favorite. This is Folk Art Metallic, which does a great job, but this dazzling metallic is it's my favorite metallic paint I've ever used. Okay, so let's put this to the side. Let's do our bird. So again, because I'm done with this sponge, I'm going to cut the end off. And then I can reuse it. Okay. So we're going to use patina. This is the same blue we used on our Valentine's trays in the JCC. So we're going to just and I'm going to try and just not get that beak because I'm going to color the beak in with a paint marker. A little bluebird. Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. It's the truth. It's actual. Everything is satisfactual. Zippity doo dah. Do you guys remember that song? Zippity. I'm going to do these yellow. Plenty of sunshine headed my way. You guys like stop singing me. The next part has got that high harmony, which I am not going to put you guys through. Okay. Yeah, that blue is real. The patina is that it's a really beautiful kind of retro-y blue, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Cute little flowers. Just little pieces, but this is not. So I'm almost feeling like that blue needs to be the Hello Spring blue for those words, because it's just such a great pop, you know? So I think that's what we're going to do. Even though I cut the end off the sponge. The yellow, good question. So Dixie is asking what the yellow, and this is Daybreak Yellow. It is a really beautiful, soft, pastel-y yellow. Daybreak Yellow. Okay. So I just cut the ends off of another sponge. Make your crafting supplies go and last, right? So again, I know it's hard to see at that angle. Let's see if I can tilt a little bit so you can, let me see if I can do it this with this hand so you can see. So it's really just a straight up and down, okay? I'm not left-handed, so it's just a straight up and down. And that way you can see, if you can see, like I'm not getting tons of paint down the edges, but I am getting really nice coverage on that, okay? See, looks nice. It looks good. Okay, we're almost done painting, which is fun. We have a couple little detail things to paint, but I'm gonna move this up, and this up. These, I'm going to use a little bit of white. I wonder if I put my camera stand on this side. I'm just starting to think through this a little more. If I put my camera stand on the other side and angle it in, if you guys wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing better. Then I'm going to use a little Sunkissed Peach. Okay. Not going to use it, and I'm going to lighten it up because see how peachy that is? So I'm just going to take my sponge and put some white on the end and then mix it in because I want it more flesh, more like that. Okay. Instead of like super peachy. So what have y'all crafted lately? Tell me something you've crafted. I have been working on the Joyful Crafting Club boxes and all of the things that go with it. That has been my big. I'm going to pop my, also going to pop my, if you guys prefer text notifications, that's how one would get them. You can, if you want text notifications. So Charlotte's making a noodle board for herself. What's a noodle board, Charlotte? Never heard of a noodle board. Tell us about that. Okay, so those are my hands. Okay, let's get our bird back. So, and don't be afraid to use Sharpies in your work if you have them. It's a really easy way to paint, not really painting, if you will, these really small pieces, okay? It's a really easy way to do that. Okay. Hey, Renee. Gail's working on craft inventory. It's a big job, girl. Charlotte says a noodle board is a stove top cover. Ooh. That sounds really interesting. I just realized I don't have a black paint pen. Let's just do this. The kids ruined my black paint pen and I forget about it until I sit down to craft, and I do not. Black Sharpies are usually kind of purplish. Sometimes I'll use them, but I'm not a huge fan of the black Sharpies because they can come out purple. So I'm gonna take the wrought iron, maybe the licorice. It's my licorice paint. So I'm grabbing for a paintbrush. Okay, so no. If you're gonna dot something, test it first so you can see, so that it comes out the way you want. See, I did a test over here, and then I did the eye, and the eye came out just right. But sometimes if you don't test it, that paint gets wonky on the end of your brush. It doesn't come out right, and then you've dotted it and you're not super happy. Okay, so you move this out of the way, this out of the way. Let's see about my paint pen here. We could really put any color we want in the middle of those flowers. I could put a blue color. The blue might be really pretty. Gail said you're trying to make a garden flag. Ooh. Have you ever done that? I've done POD garden flags. I've done that before. So your white acrylic paint pens often need multiple, can you see? Multiple swipes, if you will. You have to shake them, and you need to go multiple times. But you see, once it dries, we can go over it again. So I have some archival ink pens like this one, but it doesn't work on top of acrylic paint. This Unipen, it doesn't work on top of of your acrylic. It just clogs it up. So it depends what you're going to use it for, Gail. I've never used that specific pen, but I know that one is great on paper, but it's not great on top of acrylic. Hey, Chris K, how are you, girl? So for those of you who are new here watching, I also have something called the Joyful Crafting Club, and that is a wood cutout tier tray crafting club. And every month you get a box with 5 to 6 wood cutouts, the embellishments and printables. And in the box, I actually print the printables for you. And it could be anything. Recently, we've been doing a lot of 4x4s because they fit in the forever frame. And then I have videos that show you how to craft the products or how to craft. And we also do some live crafting, and we do some tray styling in there. So it is a really fun group. If you're interested in tier trays or home decor crafting, I got you. And if you comment home decor box, I will DM you with some more info. So just comment home decor box, and I will DM you with some more info. So just HOME decor box. Okay. So I just decided that I want to go in and paint the middles of these. What time is it? 3:05. We're not going to get her done. I'm going to have to finish her and then post a picture. Ooh, okay. Can you guys, I'm going to zoom down so you can see it. This is looking super cute. So yeah, you just comment home decor box. Chris said the box is awesome. She's loved every one. Gail's asking what I would suggest for ultra fine or fine pen or markers. So these Tooly art that I'm using right now, but I do this on top of acrylic or on wood. These are great. I really like the Tooly art pens. Nate Green. They're great. Sorry, am I back? I need to. Okay. And then I think it depends what you're going to use them for. Those are really cute. I think I lost some. Sorry, I didn't put my phone on. Let me push up. Dixie says she knows she's asked before, but what's the name of the cloth? That is called a tack cloth. So one of the things, I don't even know if I can do it anytime soon. I'm going to move this one out of the way. We're going to do a little sanding. And then I'll do a little distressing. And we'll come back. I know one of the things that I've been thinking about doing is doing like a starter kit, like a tiered tray starter box, and having like makeup sponges, a tack cloth, sandpaper. Okay, this is home decor wax, guys. This is just going to do a little distressing because I like that funky look that you get from distressing. Let's see what else. I don't know, home decor wax, just some of the stuff that I use because we have a lot of ladies in areas who maybe So when you do this, guys, you're just going to go around the edge. If you're watching and you haven't done this with me before, and if it looks like too much, don't worry, because we're gonna sand it off. Okay. So I'm gonna do the same with the bird. The grit sandpaper, I use 320 grit, Dixie, because I'm not going for, like, my goal in sanding it is just taking off the top part, smoothing the wood where maybe the wood grain pops up when you paint, and then also just giving it a really nice smooth feel. But I'm not going to really take off the wood. That's not my goal here. My goal is really to, I'm going to pop this back up a little bit. Okay. My goal, look at this hot mess. We are on the hot mess express train. My goal is really just to smooth that wood out. Like when you paint the wood or stain wood or anything like that, the grain you can feel, sometimes it pops up and it's not super smooth. And it's just to smooth that out, okay? But you really want to do that like if you're doing wood painting. This is different. This is not MDF. So this isn't manufactured. This is wood, like real wood, okay? Okay, so I am going to do this around the edge of her hat. Don't worry about it being dark. It's going to look like the wood is popping through. It's going to look really cool. And so I already sanded like this piece because I don't want to go back and sand those flowers where I put the dots on. See where I put the dots on the flowers? I'm going to go back and do those other little dots in another color. Okay. So this is Craft Around the Clock. So I have like 45 minutes. So I've got to hop off in 5 minutes, but we're going to get as much done as we can, okay? So when you sand metallic, it really does change the look of the metallic. So I'm not going to sand, well, I'll show you. I'm barely putting any pressure on this. Isn't that cute? Hi, Donna. If I didn't say hi to you yet, Donna, hi. I saw your name pop up, and in my head I said hi, but I don't know if I did. So yeah, you just want to get that. It's really cute. And it just looks a little, can you see on the edges? It's just a little funky around there. All right. So I also do this to my words, and I really just like to hit the top and the bottom of my words. Yeah. This is the other great thing about the sandpaper, the tape, is that it's so stinking simple to move these little pieces around and paint them, because you don't have to hold them, right? You've just got that tape in your hand. You can bend that tape back. Anita says she still needs to paint her gnomes. Girl, what are you waiting for? The gnomes are a really simple project. Just put an hour on your calendar. Dixie, was it you or was it Lisa who figured out what color paint I used on the gnomes? Because I couldn't remember. I think it is, but do you see how the hat just kind of looks a little worn now? Okay. So that your next step is going to be to go in and clean up and just kind of touch up anywhere that you have the decor wax. And I'll show you. Like on these. We're just going to go right over there. Cute. I am going to seal this before I put it together. No, this is not Folk Art wrought iron. This is the wrought iron is like an off black, if there is such a thing, like a gray black. I think it's medium gray. Like nice, this medium gray is about up at the dust, but I think it's several coats, like a nice coat of medium gray. You could do them in wrought iron though. What you want to do with the gnomes, the bodies, you want them to be neutral so that you can change out the decor. Like you just don't want them to be like orange. Right? Okay, it's 3:14, friends. Let me grab a couple of names and I've got to hop off here because it's the next friend's turn on Craft Around the Clock. So you can hop over into the Craft Around the Clock group and I will finish this and post a picture. I have to, let me stop this camera. Stop camera. Okay. I will finish this and post a picture. I think I'll videotape the assembly piece and I'll put it in the home decor crafting with Amy and Art Designs. Or I may just put it on Facebook so that you can see how to assemble the girl gnome, because the girl gnome, you have your thing here and the spacer goes on the back of her piece, which is different than the boy gnome because it's got to sit on top of that hair. Okay. So fun. So let me grab a couple names and then I got to shimmy off here because it's someone else's turn to craft with our Craft Around the Clock friends. If you tried a pit pen, no, I have not. For the shoes, yeah, I would go with wrought iron. Yeah. The shoes would look great, wrought iron. So we've got Renee Leclerc. You're going in the basket. Chris Keltner. Chris, I have not. Dixie Brown. And guys, I'm going to draw January names. I'll post that on my page, but this is for February. Gail Nichols. One more name. And Anita. Tammy, I'm going to drop you in here too, friend, because I know you sprinkled. Okay, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today for my Craft Around the Clock segment and for spending some time with me. Keep crafting and creating and sharing that joy, or sharing that with the world, because it creates so much joy, and y'all, the world needs your creativity. I love you. I'm Amy with Amy and Art Designs. Hop over to Craft Around the Clock and catch the next presenter. I'll see y'all soon.